Hello, my name is Dr. Babatunde Alberto Shibodu. I will herewith present a 15 minutes modality on the above with a 5 minutes question time if you wish. These are common grounds for a thought and resolute environmental audit protocol and are serialized. Why are audit or auditing conducted, and with what concept do we have in mind? This showcases the trail of audit as in practical terms. These are some of the regulatory agencies' pathway for audit. Two bases for regulation and regulation in order to manage our environment is apparently social and economic float. Like you know, economic always involve input, process, and output with the mindset of making profit wherever possible. On the other side is the social factor of it, where you want to do developments. And development comes in different models and sequences as well. Without challenging and doing things that is negative to the environment. This is for global environmental practice, for CO2 emissions and ecology footprint and sustainable practice. You could see the cycle of relationship, what we call the source, the pathway, and the receptacle in terms of planning protocol. You start from somewhere. You walk along and you marginally see what you're doing to see whether it's practicable, is benign, or is moribund. The modalities for a good environmental audit are from a top-bottom approach and towards quality assurance and quality control lead to competitive output and sustainable operations. A robust management outlook should factor a well-guided environmental management system in its operations. On the right side, you can see the human and natural environment, the impacting cycle of what needs to be done, how it's done, and how it's managed and measured. In order to do this, we need to add notes and scripts to our messages so that we can have opportunity to do a presentation. In the United Kingdom, like you see, three major players: the Welsh, which you have the symbol of the tiger, the British in the middle, which you call England, and then the Scottish with their symbols. They all have different environments, and so you need to manage them accordingly. And in managing them, you have to look at risk assessment and things that need to be done in managing these risk averse and risk populations. We can look at the control of operational activities. Those are very self-explanatory. The desire to operate with modalities. Monitoring of central processing, part A. You look at what's been done. The cycle is self-explanatory as well. As I go on meeting the goal of the audit by using the best available training or techniques with less external impact. Because in every environment, there are also what we call the ex ante. The market forces and competition in an operational environment will either bring customer satisfaction or loyalty model. That's why we have brand loyalty, we have logos just specifically to manage and say this is what we do. And we also have signals like an association, a professional association who have their internal regulations, and economic association like the EU, the European Union, which we've seen there. We have brands, all sorts of brands. Brand loyalty is always very common in the car manufacturing companies, in social fabric like clothing, apparels, and what have you. And of course, when you're doing competitive environment as well, like the Olympic, the Commonwealth Games, you have nations carrying their flags, which is very specific. And under such an environment, we have what we call setting goal in every business sector. Within our society that we find ourselves, within our country, within our continent. Herein, we have a United Nations Charter that protects the environment, like the Kyoto Protocol, etc. In doing so, I'm going to talk about specific, a company that's gotten so much established with their environmental footprints over many years. Infinix, the owner of Zara fashion cloth line globally, with a chain of stores both in Europe, in America, and in the UK, where with their pathway to making successful operations without exacerbating the environment. The summary of it says it all. In conclusion, business environmental audit helps sustainable development and conservation. And we need to have an understanding that if you want to get me a feedback, my email is there. And this presentation is just for a discerning learner who wants to move on from more. So do me a favor by subscribing and likes, so that next time when my other publication is coming up, you'll be able to see more of it. Thank you and have a nice day. If you have any question, you can always go and make comments and give me feedback. Thank you. Bye.